Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going on a super cool adventure to explore the tiniest countries in Europe. You might be wondering, what's a mini-state? Well, imagine a country that's like a little speck on a map, really small in size and with not a lot of people. There are actually 41 mini-states all around the world, which is a lot. But today, we're going to focus on the ones hidden right here in Europe. Get ready to discover some amazing places you might have never even heard of. Let's go and discover the 10 smallest countries in Europe. 10. Imagine a tiny country nestled high up in the mountains, where everything feels like a fairy tale. That's Andorra. It's super special because it's like a secret hideaway between France and Spain, with snowy peaks and green valleys. It's famous for its amazing ski resorts, so if you love snow sports, you'll be in heaven. You can visit places like the capital city, Andorra la Vella, where you can shop in cool stores and see old stone buildings. If you like history, there are old churches and bridges to explore. And if you love nature, you can hike in the beautiful mountains and see sparkling lakes. Plus, because it is in the mountains, the views are amazing. 9. Liechtenstein is like a tiny, magical kingdom hidden in the Alps. Imagine a land of green hills, snowy mountains, and old castles. It's so small, you could almost walk across it in a day. One of the coolest places to visit is Vaduz Castle, where the Prince of Liechtenstein lives. You can't go inside, but it looks like it's straight out of a storybook. The capital city, also called Vaduz, has neat museums and shops. You can also hike or bike in the mountains and see amazing views. And if you like old stuff, you can find ruins of ancient castles too. It's a peaceful place with lots of nature to explore. 8. San Marino is like a tiny, ancient kingdom perched on top of a mountain in Italy. It's one of the world's oldest republics, which is really cool. Imagine walking through old stone streets and seeing medieval towers that look like they're straight out of a storybook. You absolutely have to visit the 3 towers of San Marino: Guaita, Sesta, and Montale. They're on the top of Mount Titano and offer amazing views of the surrounding hills. The old town is fun to explore, with shops and museums. You can even get your passport stamped with a San Marino stamp. It's super unique and feels like stepping back in time. 7. Vatican City is like a tiny, magical place right in the middle of Rome, Italy. It's the smallest country in the whole world, but it's packed with amazing things to see. Imagine stepping into St. Peter's Basilica, a giant church with incredible artwork and sculptures. You can even climb to the top for a view of the whole city. Then there are the Vatican museums, filled with ancient treasures and famous paintings, including the Sistine Chapel with its super cool ceiling painted by Michelangelo. You can also see the Vatican Gardens, a peaceful green space. It's a really special place because it's the home of the Pope, the leader of the Catholic Church. 6. Monaco is like a super shiny jewel on the coast of France. It's tiny, but packed with amazing things. Imagine fancy yachts, cool cars, and buildings that look like they're straight out of a movie. One of the coolest places is the Prince's Palace, where the royal family lives. You can watch the changing of the guard, which is like a fun little show. Then, there's the Oceanographic Museum, with tons of colorful fish and sea creatures. You can also visit the Monte Carlo Casino, even if you don't gamble, just to see how fancy it is. And don't forget the Japanese Garden, a peaceful spot with pretty plants and water features. Monaco is special because it's so glamorous and full of exciting things to see. 5. Malta is like a sunny, historical treasure in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. Imagine golden-colored buildings, bright blue waters, and a mix of cultures. It's a tiny island country, but it's packed with cool stuff to see. You can explore Valletta, the capital city, which is like an outdoor museum with old forts and beautiful churches. Don't miss the Upper Baracca Gardens for awesome views of the harbor. For something really old, visit the Hal Saflieni Hypogeum, an underground temple that's thousands of years old. And if you love beaches, you'll find plenty of sandy spots and clear water for swimming. Malta's also famous for its yummy food, especially fresh seafood. 4. Luxembourg, a tiny country tucked between Belgium, France, and Germany, is like a hidden gem. It's super green, with lots of forests and pretty valleys. The capital city, also called Luxembourg City, is really cool. It has old fortresses and modern buildings all mixed together. You can visit the Bock casemates, which are tunnels built into the rock to imagine exploring a secret underground city. The Grand Ducal Palace is where the Grand Duke lives, and it's super fancy. For amazing views, walk along the Chemin de la Corniche. It's called Europe's most beautiful balcony. Plus, there are lots of museums and parks to explore. It's a neat mix of old and new. 3. Montenegro is a super cool country with amazing mountains and sparkling beaches. Imagine tall, rocky mountains dropping right down to the bright blue Adriatic Sea. One of the best places to visit is the Bay of Kotor. It looks like a fjord, with steep cliffs and cute old towns like Kotor and Parast. You can explore old stone walls, climb up to fortresses, and even take boat trips on the bay. Another must-see is the town of Budva, with its sandy beaches and old city walls. If you like nature, check out Dermita National Park. There, you can hike, see beautiful lakes, and even go rafting in the Tara River Canyon, which is one of the deepest canyons in Europe. Montenegro is a place with adventures and beautiful views all mixed together. 2. Cyprus is a sunny island in the Mediterranean Sea, where you can find ancient history and beautiful beaches. Imagine exploring old ruins like the tombs of the kings, where important people were buried long ago. You can also visit Korion, an old city with amazing views of the sea, and see a real Roman theatre. For fun in the sun, go to Nissi Beach, with its clear blue water and soft sand. You can also explore the Troodos Mountains, where you'll find cool villages and hiking trails. And don't forget to try some delicious Cypriot food, like halloumi cheese and souvlaki. Cyprus is a place where you can relax, learn about history, and have lots of adventures. 1. Kosovo is a really interesting place in Southeast Europe with a mix of old and new. Imagine old Ottoman-style houses next to modern buildings. One of the coolest places to visit is Pristina, the capital city. You can see the newborn monument, which changes its design every year. And don't miss the Imperial Mosque, it's super pretty. Prizren is another must-see. It has a beautiful old stone bridge and a fortress with amazing views. You can wander through the old bazaar and try some delicious local food. For nature lovers, the Rugova Canyon is awesome. It has tall mountains and clear rivers, perfect for hiking and exploring. Kosovo's a place where you'll find friendly people and lots of cool history. Alright, explorers. We've just zipped through some of Europe's tiniest, yet totally awesome, countries. From mountain castles to ancient towers, these mini-states are packed with big surprises. I hope you had fun learning about these unique places. Maybe one day, you can visit them and see their magic for yourself. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this adventure, and subscribe for more cool trips around the world. See you next time.